I had this conversation with my friend right after my partner and I split ways. And I told her like, oh yeah, we broke up and stuff like that. I expected like some kind of comfort because usually after like a breakup or after something happens, your friend is like, oh, I'm so sorry and stuff like that. You expect like a comfort kind of feeling from them. But instead, you know what my friend said? And that is the first thing and the only thing that literally helped me. Instead of saying, oh, I'm sorry, she's like, congratulations. And I'm like, what do you mean by congratulations? She's like, congratulations, Juliana. Congratulations. And I'm like, what do you mean congratulations? Like, that means that that's not the one. You haven't found your soulmate. That means that you're one step closer to finding your soulmate. So congratulations. You just discovered that that's not your soulmate. That's not your partner. That means that you haven't found your soulmate yet. So the next partner could probably be your soulmate. And that literally just opened my mind so much. But you see, when you change your perspective on things, on situations that happen in your life, if you see them as problems, then they will be problems. But if you see them as an experience or as a mistake that you learn from, trust me, you will just flourish. You will grow and you will start to see that life is actually not that bad. It's all in perception, how you see and how you view the situation. If you view it as bad, it's going to be bad. But if you view it as a lesson that, hey, I was meant to go through this. For example, I needed to learn certain toxic traits of mine to reflect on myself so I cannot repeat the same toxic traits for my real partner for the future. What if I treated my actual soulmate the way I treated my ex, and that would just not be okay. The thing is, you go through relationships and then you break up. So then you can learn how to handle and how to treat the right person the right way so you don't scare them off. I don't get it why most of the people perceive breakups as a bad thing. I actually don't see it that way. I actually see it as an opportunity to evolve, to move on to the next step. That means that you should be grateful for that experience because one day, I promise you, you will look back and then you'll be like, oh my God, thanks God I wasn't with this person because you see, God had to remove this person from my life in order to give me something better. You will look back and be like, oh, thanks God. And you will think like, oh, so that's why that happened. That's why that person left. That's why that relationship didn't work. Because now I have my dream partner exactly the way I wanted, exactly the way I've dreamed of. Trust me, this experience, I know it's painful right now. I know it hurts, but trust me, it's for the better. You're gonna look back one day and you're going to thank God for the experience and you're going to thank God that that person or that relationship didn't work out because now you have something exactly what you wanted from life. You're gonna be so grateful, I promise you. God will give you the reason why He took that person away from you. You will experience love that you will forget what love never was. I'm telling you, you have to thank God for the negative experiences in your life because they always have a good outcome. You learn a lot, especially from your negative experiences, in order to not repeat yourself again for the future experiences. Hey guys, I'm Juliana K. Welcome back to my channel. And today I am going to film a video that was actually recommended by a subscriber. If you're watching this, this is for you, or this is for the other people that need to watch this video in order to help you move on from your ex, or not necessarily from an ex, can be from an ex-best friend, a situation or anything. I'm going to basically teach you like law of detachment and how to move on from certain things. I don't get it why most of the people are like, oh, you need so much until you move on. No, it depends on every person, every person perceives moving on, the process of healing, in a different way. I'm going to give you certain steps and certain tips that can help you. There's no like time limit. There's no a month or a year or 2 years until it helps you move on. Each healing process for each and every person is different. Okay, so let's get right on to the video. First things first is the grieving moment, the grieving period. It's so important and the most important one actually, because if you bottle up your emotions instead of releasing them, at some point in your life, they're going to come to the surface exactly in the wrong time. You're just going to explode and not know what to do. It's better to feel the pain now and then feel better later, rather than pretending to be happy now and bottling up all your emotions and thinking that, oh, I'm fine, everything's okay, I'm happy, I have this perfect life, I'm happier without that person. No, to be honest, we're human beings. And we have feelings, and like it's normal to cry and have emotions. What's not normal is to not cry and not have emotions. Honestly, I think that's weird. I don't know how some people are literally emotionless. So basically, it's better to feel the pain now and then enjoy later rather than bottling up your emotions now. And then at some point in your life, because at some point in your life, it will come to the surface and it will come at the wrong time. You might bleed on someone that didn't cut you, honey. So basically, you need to heal right now so you don't bleed on someone that didn't cut you. Okay? Because when the right partner, when the right person will come into your life, you probably still haven't moved on from your ex or that significant partner. And then because you bottled up all your emotions, instead of letting it all out, you're going to throw all your anger, all your emotions into that person. And listen, that person can probably be your soulmate. That person is probably like your actual soulmate, and you're gonna treat them wrong. And it's not gonna be their fault. It's gonna actually be your fault because you're bleeding on someone that didn't hurt you. You're throwing your anger and your pain on someone that didn't hurt you. So heal now, so you don't hurt the right people. I want you to basically cry your eyes out. If you're gonna have to wake up the next day with your eyes all puffy, disaster basically, I want you to do that. I want you to do everything that's necessary for you to heal. If that means crying the whole day, then I want you to do it. Put your face on the pillow, scream like there's no tomorrow. Go up in a hill, in a mountain, and scream, cry, feel every emotion. Any emotion that's coming, feel it. I want you to feel it. Just go through it, honey. Just go through it. The thing that you shouldn't do is bottle up your emotions. When you feel like crying, don't throw that tears inside. Don't throw it back and be like, no, I'm tough, I'm strong, I can do it, blah, 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 blah. Don't make excuses. You're human. It's normal to cry and to feel. It's actually part of healing. Crying releases every negative emotion that's inside of you. Crying is actually a form of self-healing. If you cry a lot, that means you're healing faster, okay? I need you to cry like there is no tomorrow. Release. If you can't go out with your friends today, I need you to be honest with yourself and do what you need to do, what you feel that you need to do in order to heal, honey. But listen, this is only just for a short period of time. I'm not recommending like, oh, cry your life out. No. After you cry, you need to get back up and continue, honey, with your life. You need to remind yourself of who you are and then get back up and continue. It's very important to release every negative emotion that you have inside of you, but it's more important to remind yourself to get back up and continue. The thing is, we need to eliminate in order to evolve, in order to move forward. We need to eliminate certain negative habits, certain negative emotions in order to heal, in order to move forward in your life. Part of grieving, other than releasing all your emotions, is to basically write down exactly how you feel. And I mean every negative emotion. If you need to write down something that you probably want to say to that person, but you don't actually say it to them, you just basically write it down on a piece of paper. Every emotion, every word, everything that you feel, basically everything. And then what I want you to do with that paper is burn it, honey. Literally burn it. And while you burn it, affirm this: I am so happy and grateful now that I have completely detached myself from that person's name, from this person. I am so happy and grateful now that I have detached myself from this person, that I have moved on with my life. Thank you, God or universe, whatever you believe in, for helping me with my healing process. Thank you, God, the universe, for removing this person out of my life. You have two papers, right? After you write down all the negative emotions over there, and then after you've ripped that paper and burn it, do whatever you want with it, basically get rid of it. The next paper, what I want you to write there is, instead of the negative, it's the opposite. You write down your dream partner in present tense. How do you want your dream partner to look like? What character traits should that dream partner have? How should they look? How should they act? Have a sense of great communication? Should they be more loving? Should they be more caring? Should they be more sensitive with you? For example, my dream partner or my husband or my boyfriend or my girlfriend is a very loving, caring, and mature person. Write down in details basically how you want that person to treat you. Remember to use I am, now, basically words that are present tense, because when you write I am, that means that you are attracting right now. Basically, you are now in the process of manifesting a dream partner at the same time, okay? I'm not saying to jump into a relationship right after you have broken up with that person, because so many people do that, and that's just so wrong. If you really want to test a person's loyalty and really know who they are, whether they're good or they're bad, see them after the breakup. What do? Do they jump directly to a different partner? Are they already talking with a new person? I'm not saying that it's not okay to have a partner, because at some point, obviously, you will meet your dream soulmate, but it's wrong to jump from one relationship to another, especially if you've been very attached and close to this person, to your ex, okay? You need to go through a grieving moment. You need to go through a healing process, and you need to analyze the relationship and feel every emotion that you need to feel, because like I said, you will bleed on others that didn't cut you. Discover yourself, to analyze the mistakes that you made, okay, honey? We gotta work on those toxic traits. You can't put the blame all on that person. It also can be you, honey. It also can be you. So we gotta study ourselves, okay? We gotta study our toxic traits. We gotta heal, do the work. And then when we're fully healed and when we're finally realize who we really are and what do you really want in a relationship, that's when you can finally meet your dream partner. Don't try to look for it, because it's going to come to you naturally. Everything happens in divine timing. The next thing that you need to do is decluttering, honey. We gotta delete every single thing, every picture, every video, every memory, every tiny object, whatever it is that reminds you of that person. You need to throw it all out, honey. Now, I know right now at this point, probably you're at the beginning of the breakup. It's like fresh. And you're at that period where you are very sensitive and where you still kind of feel attached to that person, and you probably still hope that you might get back with that person. You're like, oh, I don't want to throw these things away, because what if we get back and then I'll feel bad, yada yada. No, honey, because trust me, if that person was meant for you, he or she would have remained in your life. Okay, God removed that person out of your life to give you something better, because it was not meant for you. I believe we're souls living on a physical body on earth, and we're put here to learn lessons and to constantly evolve, to constantly learn from our mistakes and evolve. There is never a time where, oh, I have graduated life. I know everything right now. I am perfect. I've been through everything. No, honey. Life is a constant lesson. You will learn lessons after lessons after lessons. God may repeat the same lessons in your life until you finally learned it. So if you find yourself in a situation that you already have experienced in the past, ask yourself, why is this constantly happening to me? Because you haven't learned your lesson from the last experience. After you have finally learned your lesson, that's when God will be like, okay, I'm not going to give you this experience again. I'm going to finally give you what you really want, and not what you want, but what you deserve. I don't want to be harsh on you. It's probably the beginning of a relationship, but at some point after the grieving process, when you feel like you're ready, I recommend you through everything. Don't look at pictures, don't look at videos, burn them if you have to. Do everything necessary in order to help you with your healing process, okay? I need you to declutter everything, honey. Because if you look at them, you will only feel worse. It will remind you of the memories. And sometimes that's the thing. You don't miss the person. You miss the memories. You miss the idea of being in love. You miss the idea of being loved. You miss the idea of loving someone. You miss that experience where you have someone that you can depend on. Honey, we need to declutter everything. Throughout everything. please, you're now in your like sensitive moment. You may probably think that, oh, that person was the last person on earth. I will never meet anyone like this person. Or I will never find real love. Or I will never be able to love someone as much as I love them. No, honey. No. Because if that person was meant for you, would have stayed in your life. And if you think this way, you will come from lacking energy of lack. Basically, you don't see beyond for yourself. Think about it. Weren't you fine before you met this person? Didn't you have like a happy, stable life with yourself before you met this person? Exactly, you were fine, okay, before you met this person. Thing is, you need to be whole and complete yourself, okay? You can't depend your happiness or emotion based on that person. Before you met this person, you were whole, complete yourself. This person just came into your life to give you an experience, a lesson, and then once the contract has finished, has ended, you both part your ways. You were fine before you met this person. You will be fine even after. Okay? Think about it. Now you need to get back to that person that you were without this person. Because in the end of the day, you born alone and you die alone. You won't go to the graveyard with the person next to you. Because nothing is forever except ourselves. You wake up with you, you sleep with you, you eat with you, you study with you, you work with you, honey. In the end of the day, the only person that you have next to you is yourself and God. Realize that. After you have decluttered everything, you go no contact. If you have to block this person, I suggest you do so. Like I said, do everything necessary to help you with your healing process. I heard that some people say like, oh, blocking is such an immature thing, like let them sit and watch me, or I don't know what. No, honey, if you need to do that so you don't have the tendency to reach out and to contact that person, please do so. Delete the number, block the person on all social media, delete all conversations, every single thing. Don't keep anything. As you do so, you're showing God that you have eliminated, erased everything, and made space in order for Him to bring in the new, the good. You are showing God that you have accepted and released something that is not for you. So God can give you something that is actually for you. Go no contact and don't be the one to break the no contact theory. The thing is, you will appreciate a person so much once no longer in your life. A person's absence will determine two things. Either how much peace you have without them in your life, that you're finally happy and you can feel like you're you, that you can be yourself and that you feel at peace, okay, without that person, or how much you actually really appreciate that person. That person needs to feel your absence in order to appreciate the good things that you did for that person while you were in a relationship with them. They need to feel that. You cannot force someone to see your value. You cannot force someone to appreciate you for who you are, and you can't force someone to love you for who you are. Trust me, you will appreciate something so much once you don't have that thing in your life. You need to lose something in order to wake up and realize that, hey, I should have appreciated this person or that thing while I still had it, okay? The absence of someone needs to make you realize and appreciate when that person was actually in your life. How that person took care of you, the way that person was. That person loved you, okay, in his or her own way at some point. After a breakup, you test a person's loyalty, okay? That's when you test a person's loyalty the most, is when you see what they really do. If they really truly respected you and respected your relationship. If they jump to another partner, then you have literally lost nothing. God showed you who they really are. You need to be grateful when God shows you who that person really is. So after the relationship, that's when you need to test them to see if they really were truly loyal to you or not. And if they weren't, if they jumped from, like I said, from one relationship to another, if they already found a new partner, then honey, you have literally lost nothing but yourself in the relationship. The only thing you lost is yourself in this relationship. You have gained nothing from that person because God showed you who that person really is. Would you really want to be with a person like that? No. I know I wouldn't. If that person cannot be alone with themselves, cannot accept solitude, can you imagine what volumes speaks about this person? Now that's on them, honey. That's on them. You shouldn't do or act the way they do. You prove to yourself that you're a loyal person, that you're respectful, and now you need to feel the feelings that you need to feel. You need to go through the grieving moment. Next part is to analyze the relationship, because think about it. God will not give you an experience just like that. Every experience, there's something to learn from there, honey. God will not give you something in your life just like that. He gives something into your life for a reason. Now, first step is to realize your toxic traits, honey, because we cannot just go around and keep on blaming them. Because, yeah, okay, I'm not saying they were perfect or they didn't do anything and you take all the blame or the fault. The thing is, for a relationship to end, it has to be from both sides, okay? They did what they did, that's on them, but you also played a role there. Don't take the easy way and go around people and playing the victim. And just keep on portraying, oh, they did that, that's why. No, honey, that's just the easy way, okay? To really discipline yourself, you need to put your big boy pants on, your big girl pants on, and go through the disciplined way. The disciplined way is realizing your toxic traits, studying yourself, analyzing yourself so you won't repeat the same mistake in the future. Take ownership, take accountability of your mistakes, because that's the only way you will learn. So, the toxic traits that you had. Maybe, for example, you were the type that was always angry and you couldn't control yourself and you're reacting and you're saying bad words or like this. Okay, now we need to work on that, honey. We need to do the inner work. We need to do the healing. You can do your shadow work. Search up on Pinterest or on the internet shadow work questions and answer honestly to each and every one, honey. Reflect on yourself, because the thing is, like I said, God will not put you through an experience just like that for no reason, for it to not have a good outcome. Because every experience must have a good outcome. Every experience is a lesson to be learned. God wouldn't have given you that experience if you didn't need it. Think about it. What were you triggered in the relationship? What bothers you? What made you jump? What made you talk bad? What made you scream? What made you react the way you react? Pay attention to your triggers, because they're trying to teach you something. In order for you to learn something, in order for you to evolve, to grow, you need to go through bad things in your life, because that's when you wake up and realize that, hey, God is trying to teach me something here. What they did is on them. How they hurt you, if they made you cry eyes out, whatever pain they caused you, that's just on them. That is just a projection of themselves onto you. It has nothing to do with you. If that person walked out of your life, it's because God has something better in store for you. God knew and saw that you had too much of a good heart, and He knew that you wouldn't be the one to walk out of that person's life. You wouldn't be the one to end that relationship. You didn't have the power, the heart, the courage to end that or to walk away. So instead, God made them to walk out of your life because He knew you couldn't do that. He made that person hurt you until you finally have the courage to let go and to move on. You know, sometimes God tests you by sending you a person, your dream partner, that's a look-alike. Okay, a look-alike, not your actual dream partner. Pay attention, your look-alike of your dream partner. But it's not actually your dream partner. God is testing you and He will see, will you accept less than what you deserve? Sometimes a person will act and give you your all just from the beginning, just to show you, impress you that they love you and they're here for you, just for you to be with them. It's like kind of a trap, honestly. And then later, as the relationship progresses and gets more deep, do they still have the same actions that they had in the beginning? Notice that. This will help you realize that, wait a minute, this person is actually not for me. Because the thing is, you get so blinded by love that you don't realize that certain boundaries of yours have been crossed. That certain things that person that used to do from the beginning, stop doing it for you now. Because you're blinded by love, because you think that you will not find someone better, because you just love this person so much that as the relationship gets more deep, and this happens with everyone, you slowly start to downgrade your boundaries and come onto the same level as them. This is why it's very important to keep your boundaries and your standards up high. It is not a form of selfishness. It is a form of self-protection, honey. Because if your boundaries were crossed, that is what will hurt you. If a person that really truly loves you, they will encourage you to keep your standards and your boundaries. Because they know that this is a form of self-protection. Because a person that has no boundaries, that has no standards, and allow people to walk all over them as if they're a mat, a carpet, then what is that, honey? What is that? We need to have boundaries. We need to have standards because they're a form of self-protection. Person that really truly love you will not cross your boundaries, will respect your boundaries, and will encourage you to keep them as high as possible, as high as you can. Take this relationship as a lesson to prepare you for your dream partner. Think about it. What if you acted the way you acted with your dream partner? You will just scare them off. So take this relationship as a lesson, because God is like preparing you, form you, shape you, prepare you to be the right person for that person. And that person as well will be prepared, shaped, formed exactly the way you need them to be. God prepares them and prepares you, and you guys will meet in divine timing. When you guys are shaped and formed the right way, the right mindset, the right mental health, everything. When you're fully healed, think about it. Were they actually your dream partner? Or were they just a person that you created in your head? Were you in love with a version of themselves that you created and pictured in your head? You see, sometimes us humans, we have the tendency to fantasize everything and to be like, oh, this is the love of my life, it's perfect, does exactly what I love, is exactly my type, is my dream partner. No, honey, sometimes you created that version of themselves that's not them, actually in reality, in your head. You created something that's not reality, okay? That person is probably not your dream person, but because you created that picture of themselves in your head, this is what led you to attach to them. Another step that will help you is creating the ick list. Basically, list out everything that you were disgusted by what they were doing. It will help you so much because after you list out certain things that you didn't like about them, you're gonna be like, ew, gross, like this. And it's gonna help you create this like detachment. So work on that. Detachment. Practice the law of detachment. If you can't let go of this person or of that situation, you can't make space and room for the new. If you attach yourself to a person, to a situation, to an object, or to anything, that is the moment when you don't have power over yourself and over your emotions. That is the moment that you lose control over yourself. If that person or that situation can make you feel any type of way, that is when you don't have control over yourself. For example, if that person texts you a negative text, for example, if they can make you cry or feel some negative type of emotion, that means you have no control over yourself. It means you handle that power to them. You put it literally on their hands. You put it on a tray and you hand it over to them. And vice versa. If that person sends you a happy text, a positive text, and they make you happy all of a sudden, if you give that person the power to control your emotions, you have no control over you, honey. This can be so dangerous to a point where someone can literally take their own lives away because they're so attached to that person. Because that person controls how you feel, controls your emotions, controls your brain. It will leave you being powerless over yourself. And that's just not okay, honey. If you are attached to that person, that means you can't move on with your life honey. Realize that the only person that can control your emotions is you yourself. I don't understand these people that say, oh, that person made me angry. Oh, that person made me feel this way. Hello? Wake up. No, that person can't make you feel in some kind of way. What they do, how they react, their behavior is on them. What they do, how you perceive it, how you react back is in your control, is in your hands. So stop coming around and saying, oh, that person made me angry. No. If that person is screaming at you, you can just literally not react back to them. Because if you react back, you're giving them what they want. Why would you want to give them what they want? Realize and come to an agreement with yourself that how people react are a projection of themselves. It has nothing to do with you. Nothing to do with you. They are going through something. They are having certain traumas. They have certain mindset that's fixed up here. Their paradigms are fixed. That you cannot change. How you take that, how you feel, how you react is in your control. You can't control people. Wake up and realize that you can't control people, how they react, what they say about you, and how they feel. How you react, that is the only thing you have control over and power over. If you think that you can't find better, then honey, you're in your lack mindset. You have a lack mindset. If he leaves or she leaves, something else will come and something better will come, honey. You don't have to base yourself on that relationship. You have to realize that you are whole, one, complete with yourself. You shouldn't depend your happiness on that partner. If you give your partner the power to make you feel any kind of emotions, it means you are powerless. You need to be happy itself. You need to be whole, complete with yourself. And that person should just add value to your life. That person should just make you happier, not happy. You as a person need to be whole, complete in a relationship with yourself, loving the hell out of yourself, and realize whoever comes into your life and leaves is just part of life. It's just a person that's meant to come and leave. Is an experience, is a lesson. This is why it's so important to not base yourself on a relationship and not depend your happiness or your life on that person. This is why it's so important to not lose a career or an opportunity because of that person. Because if that person one day walks out of your life, you will remain with nothing because you depend everything on them. Idea is that you complete you. If you want to love others, you need to love yourself first. How do you want someone to love you if you don't even love yourself, honey? Now tell me, what is there to love about you? You can't save someone. You can't love someone that doesn't want to be saved, that doesn't want to be loved. You can't force people to do things. People have the right to make their own decisions for their lives. You can advise them, you can help them, you can be by their side, but that's it. You don't go beyond that. Because if you reach to a point where you are constantly convincing that person on and on and on and on, you both lost. You lost your time, and that person lost good and valuable information. That person doesn't love you for who you are, doesn't value you, doesn't appreciate you. Honey, you dress well, you look good, you smell good, you take care of yourself, you take care of your life, you work, you study, you clean. If that person does not know to appreciate and value this, then that person deserves no place in your life. That person does not belong in your life. Next step is most important, which is basically work on you for you, not to impress that person or anyone else around you, honey. Work on you for you. Remember that this is about you, your healing journey, your growth journey, your lessons, process of evolving and growing. It's all about you completing yourself. Stop focusing on what that person is doing and instead pour all that energy onto you instead of wasting your energy on focusing on what they are doing, with who they're hanging out, what they said about you, or that you were the villain in their story. They're gonna go around, never take accountability of themselves, what they did, and they're going to make you the villain in the story, in their story. Honey, if you have to be the villain in their story, then so be it. If you know who you are at your core, then that's all that matters. What they say about you, what they think about you, what others say about you, how they perceive you, it is not your responsibility, okay? If you continue to be that good person, move through life with good, pure intentions, trust me, you don't lose anything. Instead, that person loses you. If after you've been so hurt, so crushed down, and you still have the power and have the courage to love yourself, to pick up your pieces, okay, slowly, and fix them together one by one, and form yourself to complete yourself and move on, and you still can put a smile on your face, and you can still have the ability to love others and to continue being you, and you didn't let that situation to change you, to make you evil. So many people that have been through hell have two choices. Either you choose to be the victim of that story and you continue all your life, you let that situation turn you into a monster, or you can flip the script and take that situation and let you flourish. Take it as an experience, as a lesson, and you will flourish. If you have the ability to continue moving on with pure good intentions, trust me, you have lost nothing, honey. Instead, they lose you. You know your value. You know that you're not like everyone else, and you don't allow anyone else to influence you very easily. If you know that, then what have you lost, honey? Nothing. Literally nothing. It's usually the loyal ones that stays after the breakup, processes the breakup the right way, and the ones that were not loyal goes and jumps into a different relationship. The loyal ones that grieves after the relationship and accepts solitude. A person that cannot stay alone and be alone with themselves says a lot about their character and who they are. Because if a person that cannot stay alone cannot learn, cannot evolve, cannot grow, cannot see what's wrong with them. The thing is, at some point in your life, you have to be alone in order to discover yourself, discover who you really are, in order to work on those toxic traits, to work on those mistakes, and to grow and evolve and to create a better version of you. And last but not least, I need you to get excited if something doesn't work out for you. That person, that relationship did not work out for you. I need you to get excited, because if you were still with that person, you wouldn't have created space in your life in order to meet your dream partner in 2 weeks, and then you'll get married and live happily ever after. Things are working out the way they were meant to work out. They're supposed to work out this way because there is always a better and good outcome that's coming into your life. Give yourself this pep talk every single day. If something bad happens, if something doesn't work out the way you wanted it to work out, that means there's something better in store for you. Sometimes it's even God's protection. God protected you. God removed this person out of your life because he saw something in the future. He heard conversations in the back. He listened to this person's heart, what intentions they really had, how they really felt about you. And God is like, you know what? This person does not deserve you. Let me remove them out of your life. I know you probably wanted it to be this person. I know you really wanted it, this person to be the person, your person. Sometimes you want something so badly. God is like, oh, it's so small. And God is like, I have something better for you, honey. You deserve something much better. Allow me to give you something better. God saw something in the future that would have happened, that would have hurt you. So he hurted you now in advance. You would have continued to hold on to something that is not for you. And the more you hold on to, the more you get attached to it, the more harder and painful it will be for you to release that thing in the future. So God eliminated that person out of your life right now in advance to protect you for something that would have happened in the future, honey. Take this as a sense of comfort. Anyways, guys, I'm going to end the video right here. I hope this helped you. Hope you'll take in consideration some tips, really help you open your eyes, heal, evolve, love yourself. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you putting aside some time and effort from your day to watch this video. I wish you a lovely day, afternoon, or night, wherever you are. Always remember that you're beautiful and that you're loved, and God loves you, and God wants the best for you, and God will give you the good that you desire. Everything happens in divine timing, right timing. Trust the journey and trust the process. God is working for you, not to you, not against you. Okay. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.